Yes, sir. What's good, guys? Welcome back to another podcast episode. Today, we are talking about dates. Your boy went on a date last week. I think my last date before that was probably about 2 months before that. Yeah, so, hey, you know what I'm saying? We're keeping the game fresh, practicing the game, you know what I'm saying? Learning about female nature, and overall, just having a good time. Because really and truly, when you're on a date, you just want to have a good time. That's the vibe you should be coming with. And I think, that makes the dating life more enjoyable and even the relationship life more enjoyable. Whether you're kind of just dating around or whether, you and your girl are going out on dates like regularly. The vibe should always be, let's see what this interaction is like. Let's have fun, get to know each other, enjoy the activity or drinks or dinner. And yeah, whatever happens after that, hey, I mean, depends what you lot want to happen, innit? But today, guys, we are going to be talking about how to make a girl feel safe on a date. And especially for those of you out here who are kind of new to the dating game and like maybe you're going on your first few dates. Obviously, let's just say you're talking to a new girl and plan the date and you want the date to go well. That might be something different for each and every one of you guys. I mean, here's the thing, right? Us as guys, we know we have a goal in our mind of how we want that date to go. We always have a goal, and the goal is usually either to get a kiss at the end of the date or even during the date. Maybe even at the start of the date. If you're that guy, you could do it. Yeah, we always have a goal of what we want to do with this girl on this date or after the date, or maybe on the second date, third date, right? Whether it's getting a kiss, getting a hug, breaking that touch barrier, maybe even hitting. If you hit on the first date, you see what I'm saying? You could do it. So let's just, put that out there. Shout out to the ladies as well. I just want to give a quick shout out to the ladies that are listening right now. Appreciate you, because without you, we wouldn't be able to learn about you. Awesome. Bro, what's the goal of the next date that you're going on? Maybe the goal might not even be something physical. It might even be, bro, just to get to know this girl. Like, you might just be there. You want to get to know her, feel her out mentally. Yeah, just see where it goes. The reason why we're talking about making this woman feel safe, especially on the first date, the date I recently just went on, that's one of the things she said to me. She said I made her feel safe. And to me, that made me really happy, because when you're on a date, there's nothing more than, wanting the girl to feel comfortable, feel relaxed, and obviously have a good time with you. The reason why, firstly, you want to make a girl feel safe. This should be one of your short-term goals when it comes to dating. Let me just get comfortable. Now, why do you want her to feel safe? When women feel safe, they are relaxed, they can, chill, let their guard down, just not have to think, right? Because you remember, women are emotional creatures, right? You want her to get into her emotions when it comes to you. When she thinks about you, when she's not with you, you want her to have a great feeling, a feeling of safeness, a feeling of almost mystery, security, fun, excitement, all that stuff when she's not with you, right? And the only way you're going to be able to give her those feelings when she's not with you is when you are with her, you make her feel safe. Does that make sense? So, and let's be honest, whatever your goal is at the end of the date, this woman, she is not gonna feel comfortable enough to do that. She's not gonna feel comfortable enough to kiss you, to sleep with you, on the first, second, third date, or to, even break that touch barrier with you if she doesn't feel safe. This is why I have put 3 things that I think you need to do to make her feel safe. Because as I said, I looked back at the things that I did prior to the first date that I recently had, and I said to myself, oh, okay, that makes sense. When I did that, she felt safe. When I did that, she felt safe. I'm sure there were definitely other things. These are some things which I think you guys can do to make her feel safe. Just before we get into it, I want to remind you guys that getting a woman to feel safe, getting her to feel aroused and attracted to you, all of this stuff happens even before you even see her, bro. It all happens whilst you're texting her, even whilst you're not texting her, when you're calling her, before the date, etc. What it's all doing, it's causing her mind to wonder about you. This is why I always say mystery is so important. This is why texting and calling should be reserved mostly for setting up dates and talking about the date and, chit-chatting here and there, but mostly setting up the date, because that's where the real connection happens. That's where you actually practice game and your game gets better. See what I'm saying? So that's just one thing I want you guys to remember. That's one thing my mentor actually told me. Shout out to Andrea Ferguson. Even before you go on the date, the game has already begun. So, number 1, logistics. You gotta know where you're going. Now, the dates I go on or have gone on, I've gone to towns and cities that I've never been to before. You could say that I'm putting myself at a disadvantage coming across more masculine. Why? Because I'd have to take out my phone, go on the maps, make sure I know where the restaurant is that we're going to or the bowling alley or whatever, and I have to, make sure I know where I'm going when I'm with her. So I gotta kind of lead her and also look at my phone at the same time, make sure I know where I go. You see what I'm saying? It may or may not come across a little bit like, okay, like this guy, where's this guy going sort of thing. However, what I'll say with this is that with women, it's mostly about perception, right? So if you just move in a way that tells her, that this guy knows where he's going, I will follow him, I can follow him, it's cool. So it doesn't matter. So like, even if you do go, let's say if you are going to a different town or a different city, you're not going on this date in your usual town or city, right? Even if it is a thing of you bringing your phone out, bro, it's cool. Like, as long as you lead her, you're still showing her that you are in control. You're putting your hand on the small of her back, leading her, talking to her, talking your game, letting her know where you're going. Babes, we're going this way. All right, then we're going to go here. Then we're going to go there. How does that sound? Talking your shit. She's going to start feeling safe because she's like, okay, I can trust this guy. I know where he's going. I'm going to follow him. So you need to know where you're going. Where's the restaurant? Here's the thing, right? What you can do, I don't recommend this because I think it's too much tax on the brain, in my opinion. I'd rather just get out my maps, but on my phone. But you can do this, right? You can do research beforehand. So where's the restaurant or the bowling alley, wherever you're going, where's the restaurant, right? How far is the restaurant from the hotel? When I go on dates in different towns or cities, I just get a hotel, because it's late and stuff. I'm not trying to travel back. So where's the hotel? Where's the train station? So those three places, right? I always tell myself, okay, I want to make sure that these places are all in close walking distance, in close proximity to each other. That way, me and my date, we ain't got to do the most, getting Ubers and stuff. Obviously, sometimes you have to get an Uber and that's cool. You just want to make sure that you know where everything is. Because if you demonstrate to her that you know where everything is, bro, that's already step one to her submitting. You see what I'm saying? You're chilling, she's gonna look at you like, okay, I mess with this guy. I'm like, okay, cool. That's number one to making her feel safe on a date. Logistics, bro. As long as you show her, as long as you move in a way that lets her know you know where you're going, bro, you're good. She's following your lead. Number two of how to make her feel safe on a date. Bro, you gotta be strong, man. Physically, I'm talking about. You gotta be strong physically. Like, you're gonna be opening doors, you're gonna be opening car doors, whatever it is. Women love to feel that strong touch. For example, when you put your arm on the small of her back and you're just leading her gently, like, obviously you don't want to flipping like grab her and fucking, do you know what I'm saying? You want to lightly put your hand there, but you want to also give her that little, almost that little nudge so she can feel that strength. When you're opening the doors for her, bro, open that door like a man, bro. You see what I'm saying? Don't just like flipping, just grab it like a little bit, bro. Open the door. You see what I'm saying, for her, so she can see like, oh wow, like, wow, he must be working out. Like, I know it sounds silly, I know it sounds dumb, but girls are very perceptive and they look at the details, bro. They look at these little tiny things. How you're opening the door, how you're opening the car door, how you're leading her into the restaurant, how you're leading her out of the cinema, out of the bowling alley, bro. They look at every single detail, and if you ain't strong, bro, she's gonna dry up down there. Hey, she is. This is what I tell you guys, get your physicality up. I'm not saying you gotta be flipping Mr. Olympia, you gotta be this big bodybuilder. I'm not saying you gotta be that, right? What I am saying is, bro, keep on getting in the gym, get stronger, work those wrist muscles, those forearm muscles, arms, all of that, shoulders, all those muscles that are going to be beneficial to you when you're around her, especially when you're leading her, when you're opening doors for her, when you're pulling out chairs for her as well. Very important. Makes her feel safe, right? Now, why does being strong make her feel safe? Because women know inherently that men are stronger than women. They know that. So they want to feel small in your arms. You know, when you're cuddling and stuff, they want to feel small, bro. And she wants you to feel bigger than her. That's just what she wants. You can't argue with biology. Women might nowadays say something different, like, oh yeah, nah, don't worry, I like dad bods, or I like a skinny guy, bro. But really and truly, it's cap. It's cap. It is, because what they actually respond to is a guy that's in shape. At least most of them anyway. All right, number three, which is probably the most important one actually to making her feel safe. You want to break the touch barrier. What is the touch barrier? The touch barrier is kind of that awkward, invisible shield that we have, especially on a first date, where we're trying to break the ice. Things are a bit nervy, a tiny bit awkward, but not too awkward. But you just haven't felt the person yet. yet. You haven't touched them, because there's a lot of connection that you get by touching someone. What I would recommend to you guys is timing is important, and you gotta gauge like how comfortable she is already. Let's just say you're walking down the street together. A good way to test the touch barrier. Let's just say you're bantering each other, you're making fun of each other or whatever, you know, just having a good time. You know, just lightly bump into her. Give her a little shoulder nudge, you know what I'm saying? Like in football, you know what I'm saying? Just a little, just give her a little nudge, a little shoulder barge. Let her know what time it is. You know, if she kind of looks at you, gives you those eyes and kind of like playfully like hits you back, she's down for it. She's into it. Or, you know, the classic one where most of the time, the girls that I've been on dates with, they always wear rings. So, you know, you guys already know. I'm about to give you the game, bro. Bro, just be like, oh, I like your rings. And then literally reach for her hand and grab her hand and see if she's down for it. See if she's into it. And whilst you grab her hand, look into her eyes as well. Bro, she's gonna be like, if you've had a decent interaction with her already, like you've been talking a little bit, you've been like bantering a little bit, chit chat, and you do that, bro, she's gonna be like, oh my gosh, this guy, he's so, I'm telling you, in her mind, she's gonna be racing, because he's like, oh my gosh, he's touching my hand, he's touching me, oh my days, do you know? I'm telling you, inside, the butterflies will be going mad. Mazzoline, bro. Mazzoline. This is why activity dates are actually the best kind of first dates. You're more likely to get comfortable and actually, you know, break that touch barrier a lot earlier on. But so that's one, you know, look at her rings, be like, oh, I like the rings. And then just grab her hand and be like, oh, okay, that's nice. Kind of just massage it a little bit. And then, you know, continue the date. So breaking the touch barrier makes her feel safe, because ultimately that shield is now gone. So like her guard can come down a little bit more. She can feel more comfortable with you. You know, she's fine bantering you. She's fine touching you back, whether it's like touching you on the shoulder, touching your arm, even touching your leg. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That is how she is going to feel much safer around you, if you have as well the confidence to do that. This might sound bad, but girls get turned off when you ask. There's a way to ask with your body language, but if you ask like, oh, can I touch you? Can I do this? Can I do that? Can I open the door for you? It's like, bro, she wants you to be a man. She wants you to just open the door for her, because that's part of your value as a man. You care about taking care of women. You care about making her feel safe, making her feel comfortable. And if that's how you move, and if you do that and she's not comfortable with it, you can sense that through her body language, and then just take a step back, and that's fine. But generally speaking, women want you to be the man. They want you to ask with your body language, not ask verbally. Does that make sense? So also, guys, just as a bonus, one guy did ask in my DMs, should I walk a girl home on the first date? Should I bring her home, make sure she's getting home safe, or nah? Or is it like too early, too intimate on the first date? And I would say, honestly, just gauge how comfortable she is with you. Hey, some girls, they might not want you to walk them home. They don't want you to know where they live. They don't want you to know the area they're from or whatever. So, hey, I would just gauge it. Personally, all the girls I've been on dates with, I either walk them home or I walk them like to the train station, to the bus. If they're taking an Uber, I'll make sure they're getting the Uber. Let me know when you get home. So you just gotta gauge it, you know, really and truly. If you've been that guy on the date anyway, and you've made her comfortable, you've done all the things, like you've broken the touch barrier, made her feel safe by knowing where everything is and stuff, and you know, you've been strong, you're strong physically, like she would be comfortable with you, you know, taking her home or you spending the night. Hey, I mean, you know what I'm saying? This is one thing I wouldn't mind asking verbally. I would just be like, do you mind if I take you home? Or you could even just say, be like, look, let me walk you home, or let me walk you to the train station. Girls will always do this, right? But this is a test. I'm telling you now, this is a shit test, and do not fall for it, right? Girls will say this: you'll offer to walk them home, or like you'll offer to, you know, wait for the train for them, wait for the bus, like whatever it is. You'll offer to basically just be the gentleman and wait with them and make sure they get home safe, or get in the Uber safe, or get on the train safely. They'll always do this. They'll be like, no, it's fine. And they'll insist for time. They'll insist that, no, it's okay. Like, I got this. I'll go home. Like, I'll get home safe. You get home safe. Like, bro, as a man, that's where you stand your ground. Or like, come up with a compromise where you still get your way, and your way is to make sure that she gets home safe, or that she gets in the Uber safe. Like, don't fall for it. She basically just wants to know that you really care, because you do care. So don't fall for the bullshit of, oh, no, let me go by myself. I'll go by myself. It's fine. Like, nah, babe. Like, look, I'm gonna walk you there. Like, stop your bullshit. Like, let's go. Simple, bro. Don't fall for it. Nah, bro. Shit test. Telling you, women will test you to the end of time. And this is one of the tests I failed at one point. I can't remember when, but just to quickly summarize, how to make a girl feel safe on a date, especially the first date. Very important. Logistics. Know where you're going. Number 2, be strong. Women love guys that are strong physically and that not only are strong physically, but look strong physically as well. That's just the game. It is what it is. I don't make the rules. Number 3, break the touch barrier, bro. Break that touch barrier. The earlier you can break that touch barrier, in my opinion, the better, because the more comfortable she'll get with you. Hey, all I'm saying is, yeah, the thing is, I don't want to come on here and be like, oh yeah, I've secured the bag every time, because I haven't. Hey, I've been on some dates where I wasn't able to break the touch barrier till the very end, and it wasn't the best date. You know, we were just incompatible, and you know, that's fine. We went our separate ways. But I've been on enough dates where I've secured the bag, if you know what I mean. Where I've secured the bag on the first date, bro. So, hey, I'm trying to give y'all guys the game. So this is 3 ways how to make her feel safe on the first date. Let me know what you guys thought about this. Anything that I maybe could have added. I'm sure I'm going to think of something after this podcast, most likely. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.